it's your girl, Mzbambb, and I'm back again in full effect. You already know what it is. So before we get started with this video, you already know I was hosting a giveaway. So today I will be announcing the winners of this giveaway. So today, the person that won the iPhone XR, can I get a drum roll, please? Jasmine! You won the iPhone XR. Yeah. I will be messaging you, and I will either deliver it to you or get your mailing address and mail it out to you. That stuff, yeah. And the winner that got the iPad Air. Okay, Karina, you have won this. We did draw names. We put y'all name in like a little box, and I didn't even choose the names. My fiance went in there and grabbed the names, and the names that were chosen was Jasmine and Karina. So congratulations to Jasmine and Karina. I will be messaging you guys and letting you know where you can pick up your iPad Air and also the iPhone XR. So definitely stay tuned because there will be more giveaways coming soon. But until then, let's get on with this video. All right, so today we do have two cooking kind of treats, Japanese cooking, happy cooking. So we have the burger and then we have sushi. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the sushi. I had seen a lot of people do this on YouTube, but I haven't seen an African-American person do it. So I want to be the first. If there is one, link the video down below because I definitely want to see it. But we're going to go ahead and start off with the sushi one. And I do have a translation of this. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. And I'm going to let you see what we have inside of these things. So let me go ahead and put this to the side. And we'll go ahead and get started with the sushi. So you guys know I have never done one of these before, so it was a very learning experience. Everything was in Japanese, so I did have to go on Google and look up translations in order to even know what I am doing. So it was very self-explanatory in the end. It kind of made sense, but this did go kind of bad because as you can see, I did open the package wrong. You're supposed to cut it upon the dotted line where the yellow marks are, and I noticed that right now. So I went off screen and I did go ahead and cut it correctly, and here we go. So the items that are in the container is a spoon or a spatula, whichever one you may think it is. It does have a dropper. You use this for the water and also the fish eggs. And then you have the ingredients, which is this black taffy. I believe it's taffy. It didn't say on the English translation. If you know what this is, let me know down below. And then you have the packages of they're like powder. Some of them look like sugar. Some of them have like the color of the package. But they give you 6 packages, and they all are for the sushi. So first, the compartments, they have a compartment 1, which is for the rice and also the soy sauce. Then they have the compartment A and B, which is to make the fish eggs. And then the swirly parts at the bottom of the 2 compartments are for the eggs and the salmon. Then you, of course, need some water. So you get the dropper and it tells you how many drops of water it needs or how many the full drops of water it needs. This says 2 for the rice. So this is the package for the rice, the biggest package. And you really didn't need that much rice, but you can never go wrong with too much rice. So I ended up putting extra water because it had a lot of powder left over, and I wanted to, be good and not powdery. So I wanted to get the best experience. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and put some more water in there. And it ended up clumping into actual rice, like actual rice. And so at the bottom of the paper of the container that the container came in, actually, it has the square at the bottom, and you're supposed to shape the rice into that. It doesn't show you how tall it's supposed to be, but it shows you how long and how wide it's supposed to be. So I kind of went based off of that. You know, of course, it's not going to be perfect, but I did do my best on this part. I think if it came down to choosing whether I did this right as far as shaping it and doing the other items that are supposed to be done on this paper, this is the best one. You will see. Trust me. So I did go ahead and make 3 of these, and then I went on to making the egg and the salmon that are going to go on top, which are the trays with the designs at the bottom of each. So one was for the egg, one was for the salmon, and they both required you to fill it up to a line. It does have a line in the container to show where you're supposed to stop. So I did go ahead and put a little bit extra in those as well. I think I put a little bit too much in the egg one because it did end up being a little like runny. So I kind of had like runny eggs. You know, that's not bad either. I like runny eggs. That's not bad. Let's see how this mixture goes. So it does kind of look like egg yolk. It was mixing up and it was real good. You got to flatten it out so it can get the imprint of the design at the bottom of the egg. So I was really trying to get it in there to make sure it pressed, because I was like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because it's too watery. But you're supposed to do it for 3 minutes. That's what it shows that you're supposed to do. So I did go ahead and mix for 3, and then I let it sit for 3, just so it can definitely get the imprint on it. But at some point it was still liquidy. So I don't know, maybe I need to leave it in longer or actually follow the instructions and not put more water than I'm supposed to. Point blank period. Bianca, you just don't listen. So they did have, it was confusing at first because the packaging for the salmon was pink. And then I saw another one that was red, and I was like, okay, well, fish eggs are orange. On the camera, it looks orange, but in person, it looks red. So I was really confused, but I did end up getting the pink one and go ahead and put it in there, and it turned out pretty good. And then I went on to the taffy. I was really excited about it. And then I realized that I cut the paper that you're supposed to, fold it on in half. So I was like, okay, I got to figure out how I'm going to do this and get it correctly. And if you see me looking back and forth, I'm just looking at the instructions to make sure I'm doing it right. And it said that I'm supposed to, smooth it out so I can, get it into the shape I want it. And when I smoothed it out, it turned out gray instead of black. So I'm like, this looks pretty nasty. I don't know if I want to use it. So then I'm like, okay, let's measure it up. Let's see how it goes anyway. So I'm measuring it up, as you can see, and it looks gray. Like, I know y'all see it. It looks gray. So then I decide, okay, that look ashy. Let me put some water on it, because I'm like, let it get back black. So that was a wrong idea. It turned out being super sticky. Super sticky. Like, you guys, it was like gum. So then I moved on to the fish eggs. So I started pouring water in compartment A and the compartment B. Then I realized that the compartment at the top of where the eggs and the salmon are is supposed to be water. It's supposed to be like where you rinse off your spoon and stuff. So then I decided to do it last minute, and I'm just like, okay, I've been going to wash it off and wiping it off to do the other stuff, because I was like, this is so unsanitary. I was just very frustrated. But then I realized at the last minute it's supposed to wash it off. So then I do it, and then I try to wash off the spoon, and the stuff from the rice is still stuck on there. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll just stick to wiping it off. So then at this point, I just wanted to go ahead and do the fish eggs. I have seen other people do this, and I saw it was so cool, but it's way cooler in person, you guys. Way cooler in person. But the eggs are the orange part, and then the blue package went into the regular water. I believe the formula is to make the eggs turn like not solid, but to make it just stay as a circle and not combine into each other. It was so cool how the chemical reaction of, or not the chemicals, but the reaction from when you're dropping it in there is so satisfying. Look, it's just so awesome. And you're supposed to be a certain distance away from it in order for it to turn out right. And I was just so fascinated with it. Look how awesome that is. It's just so awesome. So I was so fascinated with it. I filled up the whole thing, and it was just a lot. I just kept dropping them. I used all of the liquid in compartment B for the eggs, and I put it all in the compartment A. And as you can see, it looks like fish eggs, you guys. It was awesome. It was so awesome. So then the paper is for plates. So they look like plates to me. I don't know if that was true, but I started putting my sushi together. The first one was the rice and eggs. And then the second one is the salmon and eggs. I split it in half. It does tell you to split the compartment in half to put it on there. So I did go ahead and do so. Then I realized that I had flipped it the wrong way because the design was not showing. So then once I did that, I went to the one that has the taffy. It was super sticky. It was super small. So I was just like, okay, this is the one that's fish eggs gotta go on. So let me go ahead and do whatever I gotta do and make it look all right. So then I got the fish eggs and I started putting it on there, and it started looking like real sushi, y'all. And then I'm like, okay, in my head, I'm like, ooh, this gonna be good. I'm thinking it's gonna taste like sushi and stuff. So I'm just excited to try it. As you can see, I was dancing. I'm like, okay, make sure I got everything else. Then I realized that the last package, which is the brown package, is the smallest one, which is for the soy sauce. So it goes into compartment one that the rice was in. Basically, you put 2 drops. I decided to put 3, of course. And then I went ahead and put in the soy sauce. It looked disgusting. I didn't even want to show it. It just looks super nasty. It was just, it wasn't nice looking to me. The whole thing was just not sanitary, not nice looking. But yeah. All right, you guys, I just got done making the sushi plate, as you can see. So let's go ahead and try these things out. So we have the sushi with the fish eggs on there. These fish eggs were so cool to make. It made like soy sauce in here. I don't want to show it because it looks very nasty. But I am gonna dip it in there. I'm gonna dip it in there and I'm gonna taste it. The black part around it is very nasty. I don't know what it is, but it's nasty. It's sweet, but the stuff is nasty. Okay, on to the next one. So this one is the salmon and rice. Dip it in the soy sauce. She has soy sauce on there. Very weird. Maybe I shouldn't be expecting sushi. Like, for real. But it's not bad. That one's not as bad as the first one. The first one was really bad. But this one's not as bad. This is the egg and rice. The aftertaste of the salmon one is very sweet. I should have tasted one without the soy sauce, but this is the rice and egg. Mm-mm. No. I like the eggs though. Those are real good. And it was very fun making those. I think that was the funnest part out of all of this. The only thing that I wish is that I could separate the parts where you make it, because it's a lot going on. It's a lot of mixing and going back and forth, and it's not sanitary if you were to really be making this stuff. But for what it is and what it does, it's really good. So I think this is good, other than the black part. I don't know what that was, but I didn't like it at all. Yeah, so let's do the next one. So you guys, I did go into this one not expecting it to taste the way it's supposed to taste. And I did take precaution and take my time in opening this. And I didn't fast this part up. I didn't speed this part up because I wanted y'all to see that I was supposed to cut around the edges, and this is exactly what I was supposed to do in the last one, but I was so in a rush. So I'm just like, okay, let me go ahead and take my time with this one and actually cut each thing out that I'm supposed to. So that's what I did. So then it did come in the same compartment basically, and I cut it in half. So this one came in separate packages, and these actually have the items that they are, the picture on the package, so that made it even better. So I didn't really have to look at the instructions. It did come with a cup, and also it came with a knife and a spoon. And this one, like I said, it did come with that cup. But this one is exactly what I wished for in the last one. Separate compartments, and you actually have to cut them up to separate them. I was so excited. I was like, yes, good. So the little edge right there, the little corner, is for the water. This one doesn't have a dropper. So you do use the triangle part for the water. So I did change it up so you guys can see. So this container has like little ridges in there. And this is for the fries. So this had the fries as a picture on there. So it made sense. Even if I couldn't read it, it shows it's for fries. Common sense. So when I tell you guys this smelled like potatoes, it smelled like potatoes. Like it didn't smell like nothing. Like it didn't smell like no different chemicals. It didn't smell like anything but potatoes. And I was like, oh my gosh, it smells like potatoes. And if you ever had like instant potatoes where all you have to do is put like hot water in them or whatever, it was like that. And again, with this one, I didn't listen to the instructions. It told me that I'm only supposed to put 2 triangles worth of liquid of water in it. And I put 2.5 because I was just like, that's too much powder for me to just put 2 little triangles in it. It's not even full drops like the big dropper. It's just 2 triangles. I was like, oh no, we're going to have to put a little bit extra. So I did start off with just doing the 2, and then I was just like, okay, yeah, this is way too much powder. So I ended up putting some more. And it ended up turning out to be this kind of, potato looking paste, and you're supposed to flatten it out so it can go with the grooves of the plastic so it could be potatoes. And I think this is the part where I put the water in. But yeah, then it turned it out like this. So then you go to the meat. This was the weirdest part, you guys. So the meat smells like seasonings. It was so weird. It smelled like it had like seasonings in it. It didn't smell like meat, but it just smelled like seasonings. Like it was just really good seasoned. And I was like, oh, this smells good actually. Like I would eat it. Like it smelled real good. I was like, oh my gosh. But as you can see, I put an extra drop in this one, just so it can have more moisture. A lot of people don't like that word, but more moisture in it. Um, and this is the color of the meat when it was in this form. Once I heated up, it did turn like a darker brown, but this is the brown that it looks like before. So then you put it in the other container in the middle slot. It does have a design at the bottom to look like meat, I guess. But you're supposed to push it down with your finger, but I didn't want to do that until the end where I kind of flattened it out more. And I wanted to get every piece of meat I could get. And as you can see, it did have a little bit of powder in there, and that's what I didn't want. But I didn't want to add too much liquid to it where it turned out like the egg in the last one. So this is just me flattening it out. And then in the same meat container, you do the bread, and it smelled just like bread. I was just so flabbergasted. It smelled just like bread, you guys. And so then this one required the same 2 triangles. I did more than 2, but this was an easy mix. It turned real smooth real fast, so it wasn't that bad. As you can see, you see the transformation of it turning. It turned really quickly. It wasn't as grimy or like as sand. Like, you could tell that it was mixed all the way. Like, I don't see any sand or any specks of the actual powder. But then I ended up measuring it wrong, and one side was bigger than the other. One had more than the other, but it still turned out pretty good. So on the instructions, it tells you if you have a 500-watt microwave or 600-watt microwave, what to put these on. You do have to put them in the microwave. You have to put the bread and the meat and also the fries in the microwave. It tells you if you have a 500-watt microwave, you need to put it in there for 40 seconds. If you have a 630. So I put it in there for 40 seconds thinking I had a 500 watt. I didn't know. And as you can tell, the fries were hard. I had to use a regular knife to cut it because it was that hard, you guys. And it would only come out with 2 fries that actually look like fries. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I just ruined it. I was so excited about the potatoes. It still smelled like potatoes, but you could tell that they were burnt potatoes. Like, I know how to cook. I couldn't even cook fries. Come on now. So then I went to the cheese. The cheese was in a blue package because they already had a package that was like yellow or orange, which was the fries. The cheese looked like cheese and smelled like cheese again. But it was one of those cases where I had to mold it into the shape of cheese, and it was on the package, you guys. And you know I'm not really good at doing that, as you will see in a moment. But that looks like cheese. Like, you can tell me it looks like cheese. So the cheese is supposed to come out like that in the 2 squares, and you're supposed to split it, and it's supposed to look like slices of cheese. The picture that they have on there made it look so good, and I'm just like, okay, this is sticking to the spoon, sticking to my fingers, sticking to the paper. It's not turning out how I wanted it to turn out. So I was just like, I'm gonna just split like this. It don't have to be perfect, whatever. That was just bad. And then we did the ketchup in the same container as the cheese, and the ketchup amazed me. It was super red, and you can smell the ketchup. Everything in this Happy Kitchen cooking thing, smelt like what it's supposed to be. And I tell you, that looked like ketchup. So then I got the bread, and I went around the edges to go ahead and get it out of there. I was like, okay, maybe it wasn't long enough because it still looked kind of gushy. So I was just like, I don't know. So then I, put my knife around it to try to get it out there, and it came out perfect. And the meat, came out looking darker and weird. And at that point, I was just like, I don't know, but it smelled like meat. I was just like, oh my gosh, I just want to hurry up and try this because this can't taste like what it is. I didn't already, been through that with the sushi one, thinking that it's supposed to turn out the way it tastes or the way it looks, and I was sadly mistaken. So I was just like, this is not gonna taste like no meat, not gonna taste like no bread. It's just gonna be like candy. It ain't gonna do it. Whatever. But the meat, you're supposed to cut it in 4 slices. Because there was 2 patties on both burgers. So yeah, so 4 slices. So then first it goes, I should have put ketchup and then the patty and whatever, but it goes the patty, then you put the cheese and then the ketchup, which I didn't know at first and I had to go back. But you put the ketchup after the cheese and then the other patty, and then you put the top bun. And the burgers were looking real nice at that point. I'm like, ooh, I'm ready to try these burgers. And I thought it was real fun just making the burgers. I was like, oh, this drink ain't going to be, good. It's not going to be as fun as actually making the food. But look at that burger. Oh my gosh, it looks so delicious. But here comes the drink, y'all. Y'all going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So you got to fill the cup up halfway with water. So I'm just like, this is not going to taste like nothing. It's going to be water. Like, I was just going into it thinking really bad about it because the first experience was not as good as I wanted it to be. So I'm just like, okay. So then I put the liquid in there, the powder in there. Now I slowed this one down. Look at it fizzing, you guys. It's fizzing like soda. I was so amazed. As you can see, I'm just moving around like, oh my gosh, this is fizzing. And then it tells you to mix it up, and then it went flat. But you guys, look at this. The soda, the 2 burgers, and all right, you guys. So that was interesting. The fry, they all the ingredients in this one smell exactly what they are. Like the meat smell like meat, the bread smell like yeast or yost. What is it? It's yeast. Yeah. Smell like yeast. And the fries smell like potatoes. The soda smells like soda. The ketchup smell like ketchup. And even the soda even fizz, y'all. Like, that's crazy. So I do have 2 burgers here. 2 burgers. This one looked like McDonald's burger. This one looked like the commercial, I guess. Let's say that. So I have my bae here. He's going to try the other one. And I'm going to try this one. So, yeah. Ready, set, go. This is crazy. You can taste the cheese. And the ketchup. And it's bread. The meat tastes like it has seasoning, y'all. It smells like it has seasoning too. That's weird. Okay? I did mess up on the fries. But this is the drink. It was fizzing. Yo! This tastes like soda. Bro, what are y'all doing? What y'all putting in this stuff? Stuff is delicious. Oh my God. That's crazy. And we kind of overheated the fries. On there, it tells you if you have like a 500 what's the name, watts microwave to do 40 seconds. If you have a 600 watt microwave to do 30 seconds. So I didn't know what type of watt microwave I have, so I put it on 40 seconds. And the fries are like Like, I had to actually use a real knife to cut these. I don't think I'll leave the clip in there of it, but I really had to use a real knife. But I'm going to go ahead and put some ketchup on it. And I'm going to taste this. It's kind of hard, so I hope I don't chip a tooth, but yeah. Okay. You can taste the fries though. It's hard, but you can taste the fries. I would eat this. I like this one way better than the sushi one. I like this one. You like this one? Basically, he likes this one too. I like this one a lot. So, yeah. I'm finished drinking. Alright, you guys. Time for dessert. So, this is for dessert, you guys. So, this is the Sake Japanese Kit Kat. It does have alcohol in it. It has 0.08% alcohol in this. So these are not for kids. You can get it off of Amazon, and I don't think they check the if you're I don't know. Maybe they check your account. I'm not sure how they handle that, but basically they said no kids can order this. And it is Kit Kat with sake, which is a Japanese alcoholic drink. So let's open this up.
Bianca, why you ain't putting no lotion on? You asked your girl.
And it comes in a package like this. So we're gonna try these. I really like Kit Kats, you guys. So hopefully I like them, but not too much where I will devour them. So yeah. Woo! And this is what they come in. This is what they look like. If you are Japanese and you know what this says, please let me down below. Let me know down below in the comments. Let's see here. Oh, it's white. So this is what it looks like. It smells like alcohol. It smells like alcohol, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm ready to eat it. Okay. You can taste the sake. What? You can really taste it in there. Oh my gosh. This is what it looks like on the inside. Can you see that? Wow. Wow. So it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the box. And I believe this box went for $17. There is a green one, and I think it's mochi. I think I said that right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But the green one is mochi, and it has sake in it. So I was going to order it, but it's not back in stock until later on this month. So I will be doing another one where it will have some more of this, but it will be the green mochi sake Kit Kat one. It will come in the same thing. And I do have other things that are from Japan, or I think there's some from, yes, mostly from Japan. So I have a lot of things that I will be doing videos on. If you like the Japanese videos that I am doing, definitely comment down below, like, share, and subscribe to the video and my channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I know I did, eating some of this stuff that I didn't grow up with. I didn't know. We don't have around here that we can buy. And I love trying new things. So I really appreciate you guys coming here with me and actually enjoying this moment. And if you guys would like to have another giveaway, let me know down below in the description so I can definitely figure out something to do next, okay? Love and happiness.